welcome back to the Cheltenham Countdown YouTube channel for my 2025 Dublin Racing Festival preview. It's the best weekend of the year at Leopardstown this weekend, and I've got every race, all 15 races across the 2 days at Leopardstown will be previewed right here. I can't wait for it to start. I'm sure you guys can't wait for it either, and I do have some very strong fancies to announce, and my best bets across this weekend will be announced towards the end of the video. So stay tuned. It's a countdown towards the DRF this weekend. First race of the Dublin Racing Festival on Saturday is the 2 miles 6 furlongs Grade 1 Nathaniel Lacey and Partners Novice Hurdle, and the favourite is Final Demand for Willie Mullins at 2-1. Super Sunday, another for Willie Mullins, is 9-2. Sounds Victorious, another for Willie Mullins, is 7-1. And Jasmine DeVoe, lo and behold, another Willie Mullins, is 7-1. 16-1 bar. So Willie Mullins does have the first 4 currently in the market for this race. And his Final Demand, who's had the 1-start overrules when bolting up at Limerick in December, that's strongest in the market. And will probably as well, be the choice of jockey Paul Townend on Saturday. The form of the race at Limerick over Christmas is working out well for Final Demand, with the second and third that were beaten 15 lengths behind him, both winning their next start. He'll be in against very campaigned horses this season, the likes of, as I mentioned, Super Sunday, Sounds Victorious, and Jasmine DeVoe, who've all had a couple of starts this year. Super Sunday ran in this last year's Supreme Novices at the Cheltenham Festival, and also finished second earlier this month in a Grade 1 behind the Yellow Clay at Naas. That all as a Naas, though, in my opinion, was a bit of a mess of a race, I thought, with Jasmine DeVoe, who was very strongly fancied in the market that day, very much underperforming massively. Sounds Victorious also, again, has had 2 starts over hurdles, winning his maiden hurdle earlier this month on New Year's Day. He doesn't seem the easiest of rides, and I'd say he makes hard weather or things come late towards the race. He does stay on towards the end of the race, but he does make hard work of it. And I think that if the ground is very testing at Leopardstown, that'll be his best chance of winning. I'm going to be siding with Final Demand on Saturday, and it's going to be in a double with the horse in the next race. 2 at 150 is the Grade 1 Juvenile Hurdle, and it's Gavin Cromwell trained horse, the market leader, with Hello Neighbour at 7-4. St. Lucie for Willie Mullins is 5-2. Lady Vega Allen again for Willie Mullins is 3-1, 10-1 bar. The top 3 in the betting here are the likely first 3 home, I think, in the race. Hello Neighbour, first of all. 1 start over hurdles for him in a Grade 2 at Leopardstown in December, which he won. Is probably a tad too short at 7-4, I think, after his only sole start over hurdles. He beat Lady Vega Allen that day by a short head, who he reopposes on Saturday. She came off the pace in that race and just got touched off. And I reckon with a more positive ride, a more prominent ride on her, come Saturday, might give her a good chance. She and St. Lucie will both be getting weight from Hello Neighbour. St. Lucie has had 1 start in Ireland as well, winning a maiden hurdle at Punchestown, and she won impressive that day too. Of the 3 at the top of the market and the prices, I've sided with Lady Vega Allen as my second part of my double. Similar with Tukagis, who won this juvenile hurdle last year for Willie Mullins, when she also finished second in the same Grade 2 as Lady Vega Allen did at Christmas. This race will be a pointer as well as to who could be the lead Irish horse for the Triumph Hurdle at Cheltenham. So stay watching this race on Saturday. It could be a good pointer to who takes on Lulamba and East India Dock for the Brits in the Triumph Hurdle. 225 is the first competitive handicap of the meeting. It's the 3 mile 0-150 listed handicap hurdle, and it's where my first best bet of the meeting is going to be on. At the time of recording, there are still 34 runners on show for this race. Now, that is obviously going to be cut back before the day. I've had a very good look on this race, and I'm really sweet on a horse at 10-1. And this horse is going to be who I am napping on day 1 of the DRF. It's going to be Flicker of Hope for Mark Fahey. 4 wins from 9 starts for this horse, and all 3 races he's run over 3 miles, he has won. He's still off only 129, and surely with regular jockey Aidan Kelly claiming a valuable £5 off him on Saturday, he has a right chance. When he gets to the front, he doesn't do a whole lot, but he'll stay, and I'm sure he'll be in with a shout of running well on Saturday. And I'm telling you now, at 10-1, he is in with a shout. He's still only a 6-year-old, very much improving, and in amongst some regular handicappers like Percival Agalawa, meeting of the waters if he gets in. There are others in the race as well who are very well handicapped, but I still think this horse is the best of the lot. 10 to 1, Flicker of Hope, 2:25 Saturday. I'm telling you now, he's going to win this handicap. Irish Arkle Novice Chase is the next Grade 1 of the day with only 6 runners in the race. Madgeborough is odds on at 4 to 7 for Willie Mullins. A Little Antique is 11 to 4. Firefox is 7 to 1 along with Touch Me Not, and it's 16 to 1 bar. I won't spend too long here as I'm a really big fan of Madgeborough. It's not a bet that I'm going to be doing for this race, but I do hope he'll win. Obviously with my Antipode's hat on with him for the Arkle at the Cheltenham Festival. A Little Antique is an improver over fences, but hasn't come up against a horse like Madgeborough yet. And Firefox and Touch Me Not for Gordon Elliott just won't be good enough in this race. So I do hope Big Madge is going to go and win this race, and it'll be a showdown for the Arkle between him and Sergio. Future race is the Paddy Power Irish Gold Cup, and the third time we see Gallopin de Champs versus Factor File this season. It's a brilliant encounter we see on Saturday. There's 11 runners here at the moment, and the strength and depth of the race is absolutely incredible. There's a Grand National winner in there with Aya Maximus, a previous King George winner in Hewick, and the next Irish Gold Cup as well, winner with Conflated. It's an absolute brilliant encounter. The market, though, is dominated by the top two for Willie Mullins, with Gallopin de Champs leading the way odds on at the moment, and Factor File at 130. I will be siding with my favourite horse in training, Gallopin de Champs. Hopefully he goes and wins his 3rd Irish Gold Cup before winning his 3rd Cheltenham Gold Cup in March. He's an incredible horse, never lost over fences at Leopardstown. Hopefully that record will not be broken on Saturday. Factor File is a worthy contender as well, and I think he'll be getting better with each race this season against Gallopin de Champs. Hopefully we'll put him in good stead for March. Others in the race include Monty Star, like I said, Grange Clare West. There's just strength and depth all over the race. But I do think the top two in the market will pull clear of the rest. And it's going to be Gallopin de Champs who I'm going to be siding with. Next race on Saturday is over 2 miles and 1 furlong, and it's the listed Ryanair Handicap Chase. I've got another best bet for this race, and I'm with the horse at top weight, My Mate Mozzie. I've backed him at 12 to 1, and he's already gone down to 9 to 1 so far this week. He dips into handicap company for the first time over fences and will still be off 148. It's a tough ask for him, but he ran in the Arkle last year, and that race and form looks very strong on paper, with several top horses coming out from the race, including Quilixios, JPR1, Matata, and the winner Gaelic Warrior. My Mate Mozzie came 3rd in the Galway Hurdle on his only jump start this season way back in August, so he does come here very fresh, and Gavin Cromwell is a very good target trainer, so I think My Mate Mozzie is going to go very close in the 2 mile 1 furlong Ryanair Handicap Chase. Last race on day 1 is the Future Stars Flat Race, and Gordon Elliott has a strong hand here with the likes of Calypso Chance, He Can't Dance, Classical Creek, and Cocktail Brute, all with Jigginstown as well, the connections of Michael O'Leary. Willie Mullins has Green Splendour as his main hope, and Henry de Bromhead has scope to improve. We'll have a better idea, I think, after this race, how the bumper horses are stacking up ahead of the champion bumper. But I'm going to be siding with He Can't Dance at 7 to 1. I think he's a bit overpriced for this type of race. He made all the running on his only bumper start so far at Navan. He's also on a point-to-point, and I'd say will really like the ground on the day. Calypso Chance is a very short price of 5 to 4, so I couldn't side with him. But I think the other Jigginstown horse in He Can't Dance is of a bit of value, so I will be siding with him at 7 to 1. Moving on to Sunday, and there are 8 races on the card. The first is a 2 mile, 2 furlongs handicap hurdle, and we have a UK horse at the top of the weights and the betting here. Queen's Gamble for Harry Durham, I think, should be streets ahead of the others in this race. It looks as if it's been a long-term plan for Connections to come here with the horse. She reappeared with a good second at Newbury in November, and potentially she could be another best bet for during the course of the weekend for me. She's 4 to 1, but I do believe many punters will be on her side, so she really could be hammered in for this handicap for the first race on Sunday. First Grade 1 on Sunday is the Ladbrokes Novice Chase over 2 miles, 5.5 furlongs, and Ballyburn is at 1 to 2 ahead of Champ Curly, both for Willie Mullins. Better days ahead, Imperial Pass, who may not run here, and Croke Park as well for Gordon Elliott. I don't have a really big opinion on this race, if I say. Imperial Pass has been said to be going to the Scilly Isles at Sandown Park on Saturday in the UK, so take him out of the race, and I really don't fancy anyone at all. Ballyburn may win, there's a great chance of winning, and his odds will definitely contract for Cheltenham for the Brown Advisory. But we've seen it many times before where Willie Mullins' second string has won, and Champ Kylie could easily do so here. I'm really against Better Days Ahead as well, and I don't think Croke Park is quick enough for this type of race. So it's a no selection bet and no bet race for me in this Ladbrokes Novice Chase. But if Ballyburn goes and wins, I will not be surprised. Tattersalls Island Novice Hurdle over 2 miles is another grade 1 on Sunday, and Willie Mullins has a stranglehold of the market and the race. He's got Coppick the Boards, K Doty, Redemption Day among the top 3 in the betting. But there are also a few horses at higher prices for Willie Mullins that may be worth keeping an eye on and seeing how they fare. Whether or not they could be a back of the telly job or finish up close home, they are ones to consider for future spring handicaps, I think. But going back to selections, I'll side with K Doty here. But I also have a keen interest on Willie Mullins' 5th and 6th string, as there could be a potential Cheltenham Festival handicap horse lurking. Carafon or Carnike are the types for a County or a Martin Pipes. Just bear that in mind. They're both currently at 25 to 1 with Paddy Power. So it's worth keeping an eye on how Willie Mullins' strings that may not be at the top end of the market, because there could be some worth keeping an eye on for the handicaps at the Cheltenham Festival. 2:10 on Sunday, we have the 3rd grade 1 of the day. It's the Ladbrokes Dublin Chase over 2 miles and a furlong. And it's another smash-up job, I think, for Willie Mullins here, with Gaelic Warrior, who's now odds-on for the race. He needs to bounce back well after his defeat at Christmas to Solness. I don't see how Solness, who reopposes in this race on Sunday, can beat him again. I can't even see how Marine National or the likes of Quilixius or any of the others, to be fair, can beat Gaelic Warrior here. He'll be ridden much better under Paul Townend, and I think he'll win convincingly, as the odds-on shot should be on Sunday, and it'll then be a clash to see him against John Bond in the Betway Queen Mother Champion Chase at the Cheltenham Festival. 45 is the handicap chase over 2 miles, 5 furlongs, and I'm going to be siding with Search for Glory here for Gordon Elliott at 10 to 1. I think he's going to be well handicapped off 144. His form behind Imperi Pass at Limerick over Christmas looks quite strong. After the first 3 home that day, pulled a long way clear of the remainders. I'm willing to take a chance on him here. I still think he's got a good pot in him, this horse. And I think hopefully Gordon Elliott can have a winner or two at the Dublin Racing Festival. The Irish Champion Hurdle is at 3:20 Sunday afternoon. Lossiemouth or Stateman? Which camp are you guys in? Lossiemouth is 8 to 15 odds on at the moment, and Stateman is 7 to 4. I'm with Lossiemouth. Getting £7 off Stateman's going to be huge. He who got trounced at Christmas to Bright Days Ahead. I don't know how he's going to bounce back from that defeat and return to form. Lossiemouth may have not run to her best at Kempton against Constitution Hill, but she was only 2.5 lengths behind the winner that day. I'm certain she wins the Irish Champion Hurdle this year, and Paul Townend will certainly be picking her, I think, over Stateman. Last handicap of the meeting is a 2 mile listed handicap hurdle. I'm going with James's Gate for Martin Brazil in this one. I think he's won his last 2 starts, but will need to brush up his jumping this time around. The horses he's been beating recently are no mugs, and some have reappeared next time out and won. McLaury is one of them, who also runs here for Emmett Mullins, and also Joystick for Willie Mullins, who runs on Saturday. So I think James's Gate will be another best bet for me during this weekend's racing. And I think he's a good thing at the moment, off roughly about 136, and at 8 to 1, he's got a good bit of value as well to his name. The last race of the Dublin Racing Festival this year is, as always, the Grade 2 Mares Bumper. And sadly, I'm ending this DRF preview video this year with no selection in the last race. I think future prospect for Willie Mullins is sadly is a bit of a short price in my opinion. So sadly, I will not be having a selection in this last race of the DRF. Who knows? By Sunday afternoon, I may have sided with someone if I have found someone on my radar. But currently, it's going to be a no bet race for me in the Mares Bumper. I just want to say a massive thank you to you all. If you have watched the whole episode up to now, I'll just remind you all of my best bets and naps and some potential bankers I think that could happen this weekend at Leopardstown. 2 best bets and 1 nap, as you know. 2 best bets are going to be one on Saturday. My Mitt Morsey in the 2 mile, 1 furlong Ryanair handicap chase. He is going off top weight, but I hope Gavin Cromwell has targeted him well for this race. Like I said, he's a good target trainer, Gavin Cromwell, and hopefully he can get my Mitt Morsey trained well for this particular race. On Sunday, in the previous clip, as you know, James's Gate is going to be my best bet on Sunday for Martin Brazil, but my nap is going to be the 3rd race on Saturday afternoon, Flicker of Hope, and the 3rd race of the day for Mark Fahey. I backed him at 10 to 1. He's a really, really good progressive individual, and hopefully you can keep on improving and win the third race of the DRF. Some bankers for you now. I do think Madge Brown, Gallop in the Shop and Gaelic Warrior are the three bankers to get on. Potentially you could put Lossymouth in there as well. If you want a bit of a 3-4 or a 4-4, put Lossymouth in towards the end of the ACCA. I think those four horses will absolutely go and win their races and stand William Mullins in good stead for the Cheltenham Festival. Thanks for watching. Like I said, like the video if you want. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've had so many numbers come through to me the last couple of weeks with regards to the subscribers. So thank you all very much. The numbers keep growing, which I absolutely enjoy. I do appreciate you all giving your time to watch my videos. It's massive thanks to you all. Massively grateful. And I'll see you all next week. Thanks for watching.